In a world with an increasingly complex jiu-jitsu landscape, these two complete fucking morons are here to break things down.
Can you guys hear that?
Unsolicited opinions in the most offensive way possible.
Fuck it. Shit.
We're talking about the Old Man Grappling Hour. Tune in and listen, and we'll have you wondering where that hour just went.
Where the fuck did that hour go? Bah, bah, bah.
I don't know why we bother with that.
It works sometimes. it works like every other time it works. Because there's been times when I've heard it and there's been times when I don't hear anything. It's us talking over it and it's just weird. But it's still funny. I don't know. Even without the sound, it looks good. So. Sonny Parlin.
All that matters.
What is up, brother, man? How are you?
Hi.
Hi.
I mean, hi.
Hi. You guys missed Sonny Parlin give me a really deep kiss on my cheek. His little bristles were rubbing.
There was a moment between us.
It was an odd moment, but hey, man, it's Mother's Day. So,
and I view you as my mother.
I'm gonna where's it up on the Old Man Grappling Hour? I'm gonna get the links posted.
Oh, right. We got to share all this. Start the watch party.
We share here. That's what you do now. You share.
Yeah.
Sharing. We don't have a Blockbuster guest tonight. No members of Metallica, but
no members of Metallica.
That was fucking awesome.
If you missed last week's show, let me tell you, we had Kirk Hammett on. It was
Robbie.
Phenomenal.
Robbie D'Onofrio really thought it was Kurt Hammett. I swear to God, I went to his house the other day and I talked to him and he was like, "Oh, that wasn't Kurt Hammett." And he was like, "Oh, I really thought it was."
He did not think.
I swear he did. I swear he did.
That's too bad for Robbie. All right.
We're going.
Got the watch parties going. All right. Oh, what the hell just happened there? My microphone just came crazy. Did you see that?
Oh shit!
It just went away.
Fix that thing.
I gotta fix it.
Fix that shit, homie.
Oh my goodness,
you gotta fix that shit, homie.
This is the craziest thing ever.
So we have my mother on as special guest this evening. It's going to be a hoot. I think that everyone should jump in on it. If you're a mother, particularly, and you're watching this, because I'm sure all those mothers out there tuned into the Old Man Grappling Hour on Mother's Day.
I gotta unplug my mic. I'm sorry.
I can't tell you the number of people I've sent the link to, or sent a chat to you. Hey, you want to jump on tonight, bro? It's Mother's Day. You think I'm gonna be able? No one's gonna let me watch on Mother's Day. My wife will kill me.
Dude, I've never had my microphone just come off.
Well, sounds like
trying to screw it on in front of like everybody.
That's a lot of fucking. That's a lot of work too.
Yeah, dude.
That's a bitch. That's a lot. That's a whole lot of screw to be screwed. I had a nickel for every. My mother's coming on. I have to be. Guys, hang tight. Who is that? That's Casey. He's gonna chill for a little bit. All you guys are gonna hang in the back. I love you all, you big ball bastard. He's gonna get mad at me because he's gonna think I'm smiting him. But we're gonna bring you on in a second. I see you there. I see you there, boo. I got you. My mom's coming on. Remember that. Don't be too mean to me. Fucker.
Oh my goodness, that was the weirdest thing ever. I was holding my microphone and then the stand just like went flying away. And I was like, I had nothing to hold my microphone. So anyway, nojudgesneeded.com. Please go support your local jiu-jitsu operated and owned companies. Nojudgesneeded.com is top on our list. They've been supporting us from the beginning. And as you can see, we have our No Judges Need. There is a D over there. I promise you. Let me see if I can get that motherfucker on there so you can see that D. There it is. Boom. No judges needed.
Let me see that D.
There you go.
Let me see that D.
Get that D in there. You want to see the D?
My mom's.
The D.
My mom's. Jesus Christ.
So anyway, it's nojudgesneeded.com. Use promo code OMGH. And that will get you 25% off your order. If you have already used OMGH and you're like, holy shit, I got 25% off my order, I'm going to use that shit again. It's not going to work. I'm sorry. But there is another promo code that you can use. It's OMGH10. And that will get you $10 off of shorts, spats, and rash guards. So.
Why the fuck? Hold on. This isn't working.
You have to go to the Old Man Grappling Hour Facebook page. Go there first.
But it's not.
I'll show you what to do, my friend.
But it's not adding the link. I bet that's why people can't jump in because the link's not posted. I'm going to put in the comments.
This is going to be the show. It's going to be me giving
No, we're good,
Kevin
we're good.
technical support.
We're good. Everybody's chilling. We're good.
Give me 1 second. I'm going to take a sip of my Monster, and then we're going to get into Lavender Lane CBD oil and how I rub it all over my body.
Lavender Lane CBD oil, please. What else? Maybe I didn't do it right. I'm sure that I didn't do it right.
Lavender
see,
Lane.
look. It doesn't. The link doesn't come up. I bet that's why people aren't fucking clicking on the link. It's definitely not because they don't want to join our dumbass show.
Motherfucker.
No, look, I tried to add the link in the top for them to click on and it doesn't come up. Link, watch. Boom.
All right. Your first problem is you have an iPhone.
I'm going to put it in the comments. That'll be the first link in the comments.
Anyway, so Lavender Lane CBD oil. You can rub it all over your body. No, I'm kidding. You put it under your tongue and you get the drops. What else do they make? They make the gummies and all that.
Oh, that's why. I'm a dumbass. Okay, keep talking.
Yeah, keep
Sorry,
talking.
keep
I'm fucking
talking.
asking him a question. Keep talking. Lavender Lane CBD. OMGH. And Professor hyphen cool. Professor
Yes, go to Professor Cool.
hyphen motherfucking
Professor
cool.
Cool is cool.
So we had our first
it.
UFC event. How about that?
It was a good fight.
How about
too,
them
man.
freaking crackers,
They
huh?
were good fights, man. Really good fights. Did you watch them?
Yeah, I did. It's
watch
like
them, man?
odd that I
know
actually
you normally
watch the
don't.
UFC
Yeah, you
because
normally
I
don't watch them.
normally
You don't watch them.
I don't normally watch them, but oh my goodness, I'm so glad that I did. Man, poor Tony Ferguson's face. I'm like, that's your face, dog.
Dude, not just his face, man. His brains got scrambled. I'll tell you, watching that.
He's a warrior, man. He kept going.
But that's how guys get killed. That's how fighters die, because he was taking the amount of punishment he was taking was just unnatural.
Congrats to her
for you and
being
good.
I'm glad
It
her
was a good
being
stoppage.
came in and
Real good
stopped it.
stoppage. I thought maybe they could have stopped it a little bit sooner than that, to tell you the truth. It didn't. It seemed like it was horrible. It was just brutal.
But then you had some kind of controversial calls. The what's his name? Cajudo
and
Cujo.
what the fuck's his name? Jesus, now I'm fried. Dominic Cruz.
Yeah, that was kind of a weird stoppage, if you ask me.
I mean, I don't think. If you look at the total amount of strikes that Dominic Cruz took from the first knee all the way into the end, where he got hit probably 4 or 5 times with unanswered strikes. Yeah, maybe he was standing up, but honestly, I don't really think he was. I think he was just eating those punches, and he got mad because he said he was trying to stand up. He wasn't doing enough.
I've seen
to
amateurs
consciously
take
defend
more
himself.
blows than that and keep going.
Not after that knee. That knee fucking took him down, dude. And the rest there to protect the fighters first and foremost.
Right.
But anyway, I don't know. I don't want to argue with you. We'll get William Murphy on. We'll get William Murphy on here in a little bit and see what he has to say. He'll in a minute. You guys are gonna hang. I'm getting my mom first. Everybody hung tight. This is gonna be fun. Trust me. We're gonna have a good time at this. As soon as I get this goddamn link up and fucking figured out.
Yeah, will you hurry the fuck up
I'm
over
trying.
there?
I'm
Jesus
trying.
Christ.
I told you to play music, but we don't
play music.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Keep talking. We're doing this thing. We've got eyes on it.
You want some music? That's the music that should be playing right now.
Tell you stories. You were recording videos today at the gym when I called you?
Yeah, I was at the gym recording the videos for the week, but I'm doing private lessons and getting together in one-on-one sessions here and there, and just trying to stay afloat, man. It's tough right now for gyms. Jiu-jitsu gyms especially, it's like we haven't heard shit all from the government down here. There's like these phases that they're opening up in, and it's like we don't even know what the hell phase we're in.
Is that my mom already? Fuck, what did my mom say?
No, it's Tony.
No, my mom's asking a question.
I can see you in the background, Tony. Wave to me.
What's my mom saying?
Yeah, I just seen you wave. You're there.
What's my mom saying?
Huh?
What's my mom saying? Kevin Gallagher.
Tell your guys to act just like if I wasn't there.
No, fuck that. Nobody's doing that. Tony's getting crazy. All right, here's the big bet. We're placing odds on whether or not my mother can figure this out. I have faith in you, mommy. I know you can do this. We did this together. There she is! Yay!
Holy shit!
Holy shit! That was so fast.
Lost the money. I hope you lost the money you bet on me. 'Cause I Look, I got my grappling thing on.
All right.
Thank you for your support.
I was going to smoke, but I'd better not.
There might be some things locked in the hid stowed away in the backyard somewhere. If you go look around somewhere hard enough, you probably find something.
You don't smoke, do you?
No, she doesn't. Leave my mother
No, I
alone.
don't smoke.
Oh, okay.
How are you, Mommy?
That's
Happy
right.
Mother's Day.
Thank you. Hi,
Thank-
Sonny.
Hello, good to see you again.
Turn the phone down a little bit so we can see your face. Don't turn. You see? There you go. Now we can see all of you. There we go. Now we can see your pretty face.
Oh, now you can see the grappling.
So for
Yes.
those of you who don't know, my mother is my biggest fan. She's awesome. She's on every goddamn show, and she somehow or another logs in as me and leaves messages.
Yes,
in the
I have
comments.
questions there.
We have some questions for you.
How did you hack into Kevin's YouTube account? Because every time you post a comment, it's from Kevin Gallagher. And it's, to me, it's the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world that he doesn't exist. And I think you might be a technological genius, ma'am,
She is way more intuitive than you
Because-
think she is. Trust me.
because you have hacked into Kevin's YouTube account and you always post as him. So what's going on over there? How are you leaving comments?
Well, if I tell you that, then I have to tell you how I twisted his arm.
You could tell us, but you'd have to kill us,
Right,
right?
you have to kill me
Yeah. I have to give him a choke.
Your mom works for the CIA, apparently.
I'm telling you 100%. That woman has more going on than she always. Her whole life has been that way. She's had more going on up there than she's. You never know what she's thinking. She likes to play dumb, but she knows that's what she does. That's what she does. Well, Mommy,
Did Kevin do something nice for you today on
of course I
Valentine's
did.
Day?
It's Mother's
Oh,
Day.
yes. It's
But
on
Mother's Day,
Facebook.
whatever.
He
He-
cooked, he barbecued me a steak, had
That's
baked
right.
potato,
right.
broccoli,
That's right.
salad.
What else did I do?
And he baked me a banana cake.
That's fucking right. I did.
And
Wow.
he bought me apple turnovers.
And just what a fucking good son I am. Just the fucking shit. I'm the
Oh,
fucking
he
I'm the
vacuumed
fucking
the
gold
floor.
standard.
He vacuumed the floor.
Is Kevin your only son?
I have a
No,
brother.
I have another son.
Oh, you do.
Richard.
What did he do for you today?
Well,
Did he call?
yes, he did call earlier. He called
So,
me
so you got a
every
phone
day.
call on one side, and on this side you got like dinner, and you got house
Richard
cleaning, you
Richard
got a-
means well.
you got-
Trust me, a phone call from Richard is a lot.
I think we know who the top son is. I think we know right here.
You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. Well, Mommy, we're gonna have you on for a little bit. You're gonna be You're gonna be our special guest host for Mother's Day. So just hang
Okay.
back. We got a couple people on here you know already. All right, we got a couple specials. I'm gonna send out a couple more links and see if we get some people to jump on here. And
Tell
you're just-
them I don't care what they do other than, shoot you. But,
there you go.
Well, it'll be pretty hard to do virtually.
they can,
Please don't shoot me.
They can talk normal, just like they do on the shows.
You can
All
do
right,
anything
don't
you
worry.
want, just don't shoot me. That's a deal breaker.
Okay.
Let's bring Kevin on first, so we get him the fuck out of here.
Kevin.
Kevin, bring Kevin on. The other they ain't going. The other two ain't going nowhere. Kevin will jump
don't
off.
talk to him.
You know who
like
Kevin
that.
is. You're gonna have a surprise when you see who Kevin is. What up? Oh my God! You look old. My mom's not gonna recognize you. I don't recognize you. What's with that beard?
Who is that?
That's Kevin Connor. You remember Kevin from the Palm Restaurant? The old
Your
man.
boy
from
used
the
to be my
Palm.
slave. Yeah, I know. I've been held hostage for the last 15 years, Mercedes.
Oh, wow. That's been a
Thanks.
long time.
Look at Kevin. What's up, brother? How are you, my man? You doing all right? We got a
Yeah,
lot of fun.
when you made that banana cake that Mercedes talked about, was there anything active ingredients in there that we need to know about?
I wouldn't do that to my
I
mother.
haven't eaten it yet, but he told me to drink it with coffee.
I told you my mom's funny as shit. She's gonna be funnier than all you fucking mooks.
So the
now
answer is
you
yes.
know where Kevin gets his shit from.
That's
me.
right.
Oh, whoa.
You were always the funny one. Dad liked to tell stories, but you were the funny one. You always had the funny stories.
Gee, can I pour a martini right now?
My margarita. She likes
No.
tequila.
Uh-oh, she's
No.
mobile.
Hey, okay. Whoa.
She's mobile, bro. Where you going, Mom?
Where you going, Mama? Don't go too far. We
Just
always
grab
see
it
the
for
side of your head.
tequila, man. Is what
She
she
doing
said.
it. She's going to get
I'm
tequila.
turning on the fan.
All right, okay, go
All
ahead. do your
right, just
thing.
don't break a
Fans
hip
are
or
right here,
anything.
baby. What are you talking about?
Kev, what's up with you, brother? How you doing, man? I know you think I'm a dick, and I don't mean it. You don't understand. I do these goddamn podcasts, and he's always mad at me that I don't fucking send him a link, and I don't look at my fucking phone half the time. I lose track of shit, but I love you, baby. Don't
Well, I
think I
know,
forget
because
about
I
you,
mean, nothing's wrong with being retarded. That's cool. I love you too.
I've been a retard for a long time, dude. This ain't new.
Yeah,
This is
well,
like my whole life.
yeah. Well, I'll just tell you really quick. On Mother's Day, I did the gig with Moms. She actually, for her gift, she wanted to cook me Cuban food, so I got that fill up for tonight. So that was her gift.
Your mom's Latin. She's Italian, right? Your mom's Italian, right?
Yeah, but whatever. She likes Cuban food.
Yeah,
so
whatever.
you know.
My mom's the same way. She's Italian. She cooks Cuban food.
Yeah, she. But I did a 70-mile bike ride in the drizzling rain here in Miami, hauling. Is Mercedes there? Hauling ass.
She's all right.
That's okay.
Fast and furious, bro.
What you've been riding your bike for a little bit, right? Every time I see you.
Yeah. Every Sunday I have the traditional no Pelotons needed. So I don't draft and I pass these jokers like it's nobody's business. They hate my guts just like everybody else. But anyways. These three guys got me on the top of the bridge in Rickenbacker Causeway, Key Biscayne, which is the highest mountain in Miami.
Right.
And they got me, but I met them down at the end, and we didn't really talk much, but they were talking in Espanol. I heard
they knew
were saying.
Who won though. They knew who won that motherfucker. They know
Damn right, you're looking at it, bro. They only had another 10 miles to go. I still had to go another 40 miles to get back home.
Dude, how about some of the stories we used to fucking run with at the Palm, dude? We used to have some big motherfuckers come in that bitch in Tampa. Remember fucking, what was his name? Fucking David Caruso, the first GM. We used to bartend. We used to work
the actor.
He was my manager.
No. Well, he's an actor.
He was definitely an actor. He's a fucking dude. He got locked up.
Not Ginger, the one you're talking about.
We had the same haircut. We used to work together. Kevin was my manager, and I was a bartender at this high-end steak and lobster restaurant, the Palm Restaurant, a big franchise. We
Oh,
worked together.
now
Yeah.
I know who Kevin is.
Hey,
But there we
Mercedes.
go.
Wow, there we go.
There we go. I
I do
told
that?
you
Does that
already,
make- does that
Mom.
make
We
it
already
better?
went over this shit.
Where's my wig?
Your wig, you have like migrated south. You fucking.
Hold on, let me do this. Hold on, how about that? Is that
You look
better?
Amish. What the fuck is with that beard?
Dude, I'm in quarantine, bro.
Dude, I fucking shaved mine because I fucking.
I'm letting it go,
got
bro.
creeped out. All right, but everybody, bring the kook out. But anyway,
Hey, look, but downstairs I manicuring downstairs. You don't see
my
that, but
fucking
Mercedes
mother's
is-
on the show.
I said
Watch your
Mercedes here. I'm
fucking
not
mouth,
to
you
show you.
prick.
She was.
No.
I'm not. I'm just letting you know. I'm just letting some things
I
go
got
with another area.
whatever. You can tell my fucking mom about this shit. Nobody gives a fuck about your balls.
Hey, look, Disney World is, I can't do everything, but not all the bushes are like looking like this over here. You know what I'm saying?
you got a little dinosaur, or you got the fucking.
No, I had
the
plans
tiger?
last night, bro. I mean, on Friday night. Sorry, last night was all about today. You got to plan ahead, like 24 hours ahead, to do a 75-mile bike ride, like at full
fucking,
speed.
you got to get geared up. You put
Nutrition,
you put the
meditation,
fucking,
prayer.
tape on your nipples and shit, or what? Don't you?
Yeah, I
get
do
fucking
that.
tape on your nipples? You do that. You got it right now. You just do that just for a fucking Tuesday.
Hold on, no, Mercedes is here, man. We're not talking about that. But anyways, I just started 3 weeks ago wearing a helmet for the first time.
Yeah.
So that's progress.
Wear a fucking helmet, dude. You need a fucking helmet.
Well, I do now, man. But that gets a little getting used to too. I don't listen to any music, but I want to know my surroundings. I want to know my environment.
You wear the one with the big long thing on the back of it, like
No, I don't wear no damn drifter on the back of there, bro. Okay, man. But it's a solid piece of plastic until you hit the ground, it explodes. But it's better than your head.
But yeah, we
I
used
was
to
riding
wear.
in the Esplanade in Boston one time, and I seen this guy riding his bicycle, and he kind of flipped it, and he's laying on the ground, he's bleeding and shit.
You taking your pills, Mom?
So I go,
Yeah,
up to him,
taking my-
and I go, "Hey man,
I think I need to take mine.
you want me to get a doctor for you?" And he goes, "I am a doctor."
No,
That's what he said to me.
laugh.
Hey, did his helmet explode? Did he have some
I
sort
was
of
just like, "All right, I guess you're good." So I fucking left. I'm like,
Hey,
"Do you want me to get- literally, do you want me to get you a doctor? And he says, "I am a doctor."
Well,
I
that's
won't
an
put
interesting.
myself in.
Hey, Sonny, that's funny you bring that up because I've been thinking about this. Like attorneys, doctors, they practice medicine, they practice law. I mean, if I'm going into surgery, I don't want anybody practicing medicine. I want an expert in this thing, man.
Right. Yeah.
What's this practice stuff?
Practice, right?
Right.
I don't want the rookie. I don't want the guy that's out there on the practice field, man. I want the starter.
Yeah, my doctor a month ago was like, come visit my practice. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm here for the game, not practice.
I want the
Right.
fucking all-star to jump on. I don't want the fucking. I don't want the backup.
Just the starter. I don't even need an all-star. Just
Speaking of doctors, my mother, Mom, I love you so much. I really do. Your doctor, Dr. Loretta, needs to retire. I love her so much. I'm telling you.
Well, you
I
know
li-
what? You want to know something?
Tell me. If it's not the Dr.
You know
Loretta's
what?
retiring, I don't
She
want to know. I
don't
don't want to hear it.
retire because her son is always with her.
Who gives a shit? She don't
Mother,
need to be practicing medicine no more.
The medicine works.
Yeah, but she does it. She's so
Her
my mother's
son,
doctor.
Did you not hear me?
My
Her
mother's
son.
How old is she by now? She's this little Asian woman. She's got like Filipino, I think she is. How old is she? She's got to be
Yeah.
80, 85.
She's about as old as I am.
I go in that doctor's office with you, Mom, and I sit down in the room and I sit in the room with you and I listen to her talk and I think to myself, like, this woman, like, she doesn't even know where the fuck she's at. She just sits there and she stares at the book, and maybe she's a little bit sharp, but she needs to take a little time off and let the younger
Just
Takes
fill
a
the
lot
script.
of pills,
Yeah,
Kevin.
No,
yeah.
I know what you're talking about, Kevin, because I went to my optometrist, and when I got my eyes checked, I'm like, this motherfucker is a fossil, and like literally he must have had dementia, because he literally said like the same joke to me like 5 times, and I'm just placating and laughing each time, and I'm just thinking to myself, I can't wait to see my prescription. This is gonna be great,
Kaleidoscope eyes.
Yeah, right,
Yeah.
exactly. I get kind of excited about that. Hey, I'm having some anxiety, a little pain.
Can you forward that? Can you forward that the referral?
Unbelievable.
Well, fucking A, dude. Kev, bro. Hang tight. You want to go in the back for a little bit? We're going to take you out, put you in the back. If you want to hang, we'll put you back on again. But we're
Yeah,
going
put
to
me back in my cage, man.
go hang out for a little bit. We'll bring you back on a little
I've
bit.
got something. I'm going to do something that Mercedes doesn't want to see right now.
Yeah, don't fucking do fucking break. Hey, Kev, I love you, brother, man. Take it easy, homie. Bring Tony up.
We're going with William.
We'll go with Will first. What's up there, Mr. Murphy? How are you, sir?
Hey, I'm doing great. Miss Gallagher, you raised a fine son. All the suffering you must have had from that, but he turned out all right.
Yeah, I could say that.
That's right. Now, your
He was a
first name,
pain.
what's that?
He was a pain, but hey, he's
That was
Well,
a
we
movie.
say the same thing. He's a pain, but we love him. So your first name is Mercedes, which comes from Maria de las Mercedes, or Lady of Mercy.
Wow.
And what's your
Yeah.
maiden name?
Vadona.
Vadona?
Vadona.
And
R.
Not
Your people-
Corona. Vadona.
your people-
Varona.
Okay, so your people come from Italy originally.
Well,
Like-
my mother came from Italy. She was Pellegrino.
Okay, and then her name was a Pellegrino. And is it Verona, just like the city of Verona?
Yes.
Okay, so
Except it has an A on the end.
yeah, I wonder if when your people came, because a lot of people did that, they just wrote, because the people at Ellis Island couldn't spell, they just wrote the name of the city where people were from.
Uh-huh. Well, my father, Vadona, he came from Spain. and
Okay,
he was a general in the Spanish-American War.
wow.
Yeah.
So
and-
you got some good blood in you.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
I think so.
Believe it or not, I come from good stock.
yeah. And of course, Kevin's got a famous name, Gallagher. Gallagher was the high Irish king who owned St. Patrick as a slave. And that was
Yeah.
the 5th century, I think. And then in the 9th century, the Gallagher was the chieftain that negotiated the settlement terms with the Vikings when they came to Ireland.
So is it
Um,
safe to say that Kevin comes from a long line of slave owners?
Well, I don't know about that. There's a lot of history there.
What? I'm just curious. How the fuck do you know all this shit? Did you research that, or is it just something that do you really have that amount of historical background at the
No, not exactly. Gallagher's a very famous name because
Yeah,
the High
because-
King owned St. Patrick as a slave. That one's a big one.
Right.
Unlike my own name, Murphy, which we're not quite sure what it means. The closest Gaelic words are either the sea warrior or the guy that cleans up. Excuse me for saying this, Miss Gallagher. The guy that cleans up shit. We're not sure which one it was. There's a lot of Murphys, but it doesn't have the same nobility as the Gallagher name.
Basically, what William is saying is that you should know this shit already.
As a matter of fact, Kevin, if I'm not mistaken, I think your family's motto is "Faith is our glory," and it's a black lion on a shield. I think with some type of.
It is. I have that. I have that.
Yeah, I have that
Yes,
too.
yeah, on my refrigerator. It's a lion, a yellow lion with
Yeah.
a black lion on a yellow background with little clovers on
Yeah.
Yeah,
on the shield.
Pat's mother went to Ireland and she brought us all back. Not Pat's father. I mean Kevin's father, Patrick.
So, Mrs. Gallagher, you're Italian and you're Spanish. So, do you make paella and can you make Italian food?
Oh,
Ask
shit.
Kevin.
Kevin,
Billy, I'll have her make you lasagna one time because I love you. You make the food you
that's
deserve.
good.
You believe me? We will be square from then on.
I have no doubt. I have no doubt.
Lasagna is that good. My favorite's the clam sauce though. She makes this spaghetti with clam sauce. She makes it for my birthday every year.
A little pasta con vongole.
There you go.
Yeah,
Look
the
at
white
you.
sauce.
Such a renaissance.
The
A
white
little white
sauce.
wine.
No, you make it with the red sauce. You put the red sauce in it.
Yeah, but I have made it with the white. But yeah, I make it with the red sauce. I still put wine in it.
Don't argue with your
I'm
mother.
I'm helping her.
Kevin, it's your mom on.
Fuck you guys.
Well, that's
I told
good.
you he's bad.
I am bad. I'm horrible. I will say this. I do nice things for my mother. It doesn't mean I am a nice person to my mother. I try my best. It's not your fault, Mom. I'm very sorry. We have similar genetic coding in that regard. I am unfortunately not as nice to you as I would like to be. So on live air with all 4 of the folks at home watching that are actually probably the 4 fucking dudes in the window. So we're all talking to each other at this point. I would like to
You know what he does?
apologize to you for being so
You
mean.
know what he does when he first comes in the door?
Oh yeah, I want to hear about
I
this.
can't stay long. I gotta go. I said, you just got here. Give me a chance to say hello.
Well, Bill, hold on a second. Go back in the back. We're gonna bring Robbie on for a second. Say hey,
No
everybody.
problem. No problem.
Go ahead, man.
Hi, Miss Gallagher.
Yes.
Robbie D, what's up, man? My
Hi,
mom.
Robbie.
Hey, my mom's
Hey,
come, by the way.
what's going on, Mercedes? I can't
It's
hear
nice
Kevin
to
laughing.
talk to you. It's nice to talk to you.
You as well.
It's a Mother's Day special.
I can't hear Kevin.
You can't hear me? Oh, can you hear? Sonny, say
I can't
something.
hear Kevin at all.
Click him off.
Can you hear me?
I hear you. That's it.
You hear me?
Mommy, tell
good.
Robbie. Tell Robbie to disconnect.
I'm gonna get out and come back in.
Click back on again.
Yeah,
Tell-
he said disconnect. He did.
Yeah, he has to do it again. He'll figure it out. Don't hold on. Leave him off for a second. Don't bring Tony on yet.
Are you wiping your nose with a rubber glove?
No, that's a Kleenex.
Oh, okay.
No, I wouldn't use a rubber glove.
Hey,
I know I have
Oh,
two
gosh.
glasses on, but if I don't, I can't
Hey,
see
it
you
should work.
guys.
Bring it back on. It should work. It should work now. Can you hear us now?
I hear you now.
Cool. Yeah, something weird like
you
that happens like that sometimes when guys jump on. I've never had it be us. It's usually the guest, but that's weird. What's
Yeah,
up
that
with
was weird. Nothing, man. You know.
Now I can't hear him.
no? Jesus Christ! Now
It's
you
all
can't. Now you can't hear him. All right, Mom, you're gonna hang tight for a second. We're gonna talk to Robbie for a minute. All right, don't go nowhere.
All right. Hi,
Mother,
Robbie.
she can't hear you now, so I don't know what the hell we're gonna do. I don't
Bye.
want to click back in and clog back in
That's
again.
okay. I'm not
What's up,
going
brother? How
nowhere.
you doing, man? You doing all right?
I'm doing good, man. Fights
Yeah.
were incredible.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
brother. Holy
That's
shit.
engaging, man.
Holy shit, dude. He's a
Yeah.
beast, man. He's a beast.
How do you take that much punishment, though? If you're
You-
Tony
You
Ferguson.
don't, man. Oh, he's an absolute savage. It's insane how durable he is. It's absolutely insane. I like literally every one of those punches that he absorbed is probably a knockout in the other like mortal fighter.
Oh, of course, dude. I mean, it was just unbelievable. But like, that's like two titans clashing, like truly.
Yeah.
You know, neither of those guys get tired.
No, I think it's interesting to see what's gonna happen next with we might have a special guest from my mom. You're gonna love this one, Mom. We might have I think when we see Gothi go against Khabib, though, I think Khabib's gonna beat him pretty easily. I don't want to say that, but Khabib is just it's a different style and I think Tony Ferguson provides different challenges for Khabib than Gothi is. I think Khabib's gonna be able to take down and dominate.
I mean, hey, listen, if he could stop the takedown, it's
Yeah.
hard to avoid getting punched by him.
He was an All-American wrestler, but like Khabib's wrestling is just so next level, man.
Yeah, I mean that's it. Can anybody break that puzzle? Solve that puzzle that Khabib presents.
Yeah.
You
What
know?
else? How about the Cejudo fight? What do you think about that?
Unbelievable.
Now, did you think that was a legit stoppage?
The reason why I thought it was because the ref actually dove in before he started standing up, even though it was a split second. He dove in before he started standing up, and then we find it's like almost like the ref didn't know he was standing up, because by the time he jumped on him, that's when he started.
Yeah, it's unfortunate sometimes when you see things like that, when guys that jump right back up again, like after they're getting their shit kicked in, and they're like, "Oh, it was fine." What's not the referee's job to really go inside of your brain and make sure you're okay? He's looking at you. He saw the knee, and that knee was brutal. Like fucking, he went back down and almost died. Then he kind of turned to his side, and Cejudo's on top of him, landing flush, at least 5 or 6 flush punches from underneath. And and he was okay, but it didn't look like it. And it is what it is. The ref's there to protect.
Props for the leg kicks, though, man. He really did it.
Yeah, he was tearing him up.
Nobody's able to solve that puzzle either. Dominic Cruz, I think like Cody Garbrandt kind of got lucky with him.
Yeah,
and landed, but no one's been able to like truly break his game apart like Henry Cejudo did.
No, that's the thing. I had Neil Mallinson on the Jiu-Jitsu Times podcast the other day, and that's the thing we were talking about. He's probably the most elusive fighter in the history of the UFC, as far as like being able to hit him and actually land him. Maybe Anderson Silva's up there too, but be able to actually land on him in a powerful manner. You might kind of touch him, but he rolls with everything, and his movement is so good. He's really hard to connect solid with.
I watched they did this whole breakdown of his game, like piece by piece, and everything he does is part of his system. He's got names for every sequence of footwork and head movement that he even does. It's all a pattern. It's all planned out. It's pretty incredible. Because he breaks.
Did you hear?
He breaks a lot of the rules.
No, I can't hear nothing.
Hang tight, Mama. You're good. We love you.
Did you hear Eddie Bravo tell Tony Ferguson to try an Eminari roll?
I did. I was laughing because
I can't hear anything about.
Hang tight, Mom. Don't worry.
That's okay.
Don't worry. You're good. No, you're good.
No, that was funny.
Well, just tell him that I am watching.
My mother's listening to you, Robbie. She wants
to hear her.
I know. We can hear you. Don't worry about it. You're fine, Mom. It's a shame you can't talk. Robbie loves you very much.
I do. I love her.
Okay.
My own mother.
You're like the official mom of the Gracie Network, everybody.
Pretty much.
I've been in this thing for years, as long as you have.
You think I'm joking when I say this, though, but like literally all of my friends and all of my teammates and everyone that I train with, they know you, and because you like all their posts, you always give more motivational things. It's inspiring, and we love you for that, Mommy.
Yeah.
So yeah, what
were we saying, Robbie?
What's that?
What were you saying?
I think we were talking about just Henry Cejudo.
Right.
Dominic Cruz's game. I mean,
I was upset a little bit in the end because is the stoppage was legit, whatever, and you got to give props to Cejudo because he got cut and he recognized the urgency and he fucking went out there and finished. And that's what fucking champions do. You know what I'm talking about?
It was all leg kicks. That's what did it for him.
Yeah, but then that knee came up. The leg kicks, but the knees came up because he was killing.
He slowed him down. He slowed him down with those 100%. Leg kicks.
100%.
And, caught him slipping and caught him with a knee. That was he chopped him down.
It upsets me a little bit that after the cut, because that cut was going to make a big difference in the rest of the fight. So like with only fucking 3 seconds left, and again, I get it. The ref's got a job to do. They got to protect the guy. But in my mind, as a fan of MMA, I was upset to see it stopped simply because I was excited to see how Cejudo, the ebb and flow of the fight. He gets cut. He's already winning the first 2 rounds. Let's see what happens now when he's got to deal with this cut fist because he was not happy about that shit. You could see it in his face. He didn't like it at all.
Yeah. How about him retiring? at 33.
That's up. That's
crazy.
That's crazy, man. That's up for debate. They're kind of saying they're not sure if it's going to happen. They were talking on the broadcasters were saying it. What's his name? Cormier was saying it, and it kind of makes sense. They were saying like he's known for that because when he won the gold medal, he was only 22 years old, and he said, "Fuck, I don't want to wrestle no more." You know what I'm talking about? Then he went out and started doing MMA, and like he was talking about how he's really young. I think he's only like 26, 27 years old. I don't think he's that old.
30.
But still young.
Well,
Still
Dana
young.
White said something that was really like it really hit home, and he said when guys start talking about retiring, it's probably time for them to retire.
He's not making any money,
Well, whatever the case may be. I mean, if it's if they feel if they're starting to have like those feelings, their heart's not in it 100% anymore. That is what his point is. So, it's better to get the fuck out of the game now, so you don't get hurt. And
I go for the retirement, man. He got 2 belts in the UFC, an Olympic gold medal. He also competed in the Olympics for boxing.
Now I can't hear anybody.
That's crazy. You can't hear us now, Mom?
Yeah,
Why don't
now
you-
I can.
All right, good. Don't worry. Keep talking.
No, something came on the thing, and I had to push
It's
it.
just like mother, like son. She's going to interrupt you every chance she gets. That also runs in the family.
Hey, you know who I feel bad for? The next guy to fight Francis Ngannou.
Oh my God,
dude,
what the fuck was that guy thinking? Calling him
Dude,
out?
that was like a gorilla running across
Yes.
the stage.
Yes.
No, truly, not racist or anything. It's just truly.
No, bro.
Yeah, it's
If I seen that coming at me, I'd be like diving out of the way like I'd be diving like someone threw a fucking grenade at me, bro.
Please.
You know what I'm talking about? I'd be diving under a table or some shit. I'd be like, Jesus Christ,
Dude, how
Fucking
fucking
jump.
insane is that?
What technique do you use?
bro, it's called run your ass off.
Egg.
It's a different level of human.
It's
Yeah.
just dive out of the way and
Running the-
pray that he misses you.
Joe Rogan always talks about on the show, and they're asking him like what he did for his athleticism. And he's always like he grew up in like Cameroon, like working in a fucking like sugarcane field or some shit like that. You know what I'm talking about? Like he's been
I
fucking.
believe it was a like a mining of some sort,
Yeah.
like a gold mining.
Yeah, diamond mine or some shit like that. People
Yeah,
fucking
a diamond
mine
mine.
blood diamonds or something.
He grew
Dude,
up.
that
in
guy was coming at me and I was trying to pull a gun on him and I'd be like,
Talk about fucking hard. Well, dude, Robbie, why don't you want to hang tight in the back for a second? I want to bring Tony on just to say hi to my mom real quick. You want to hang tight?
Sure.
Why don't do me a favor? Why don't you do this just so we can get the link right? Why don't you clog out and clog back in again, and maybe this time it'll work, and we'll get you back on in a second.
You want me to go out?
Yeah,
just like do what you did before where you log
Yeah.
back off and log back on.
and we'll
All
bring you back on in a minute. I'm gonna get Tony on to say hi to my mom. Oh, there's Tony. Hi, mommy. What's going on? There's your special one.
Mercedes.
Hi.
Hi. Hello. You can hear me. You know why you can hear me? Because you didn't need to hear
Because
the
you know
rest of
what
them.
you're doing.
Yeah, you didn't need to hear the rest of them. And that whole, let me tell you the origin of Italy and blah, blah, blah. Don't try to romance Mercedes. I was watching that. I think that's rude. I think that's unprofessional. And that's just not cool.
All right, there's gonna be a debate.
That's it.
No,
And that's it. I'm done with you. I'm done with you.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Oh, look at all my debris knowledge, and let me tell you the origins of, we've got the quadratic formula, and this originated from Italy, and this. No, I'm done. I'm done.
Of course, you come from an Italian, even though it's French, Francisco, Saint Francis, and then Saint Anthony, who's himself a Franciscan.
Okay, I'm done. Now I
Yeah,
just love you.
yeah.
Now I love you. So
No,
that's
I
it.
love you. But part of me thinks you're just fucking making this shit up as you
No,
go. I
Saint
know he
Anthony-
knows that much about genealogy.
If you lose something, you pray to Saint Anthony of Padua. He was a Franciscan. And of course, Saint Francis, his name means the French one, but he was Italian too.
Yeah, I could do some shit like that too, Will. I just don't have
Really?
as skills as you do. I can't make it sound as good.
I can do this all day. Now,
He's
look,
got
Harlan comes from Matt
Wikipedia
Harlan,
written on
which is
you?
Scottish, for Bartholomew, the disciple of Jesus who was skinned alive.
Harlan was the wax maker from from.
Hey, wait, let me tell you guys something. Let me tell you, this is very important. It's
Okay.
Mother's Day.
Yes.
It
I
is
want to
very-
tell you about. We're at a Mother's Day. Was at a brunch, and there was a group of us. It was Mercedes. No. I'm sorry. It was Mercedes' birthday. I'm so sorry. It was Mercedes' birthday, and it was like a brunch atmosphere. And I said,
it was my birthday.
Was it your birthday? No.
My 40th birthday.
Well, then this adds a whole nother level of it because what happened was,
keep talking.
yeah. Hey, mom says, shh. And I say,
we could see you, Robbie.
There you go.
Hey, how many people were there? 25? I mean,
there's 20 people there. I was late. Remember, I was super late.
What the
that was the one where you forgot to invite me.
No, we weren't.
That
We weren't even.
Donatello?
That was 3 years ago. I'm 40 3, man.
That
No, that was the
Donatello?
time. Remember that time we went to New York City for my birthday, and Liza came, and we put you in the cab, or we put you in the Uber, and you went to take the Uber home.
Yeah,
that was a couple years ago. That was my 40th. 40. That was a long time.
Yeah,
ago.
I was there.
It was a long time ago. And so I say, hey, who wants to do a shot? And everyone's like, and then Mercedes says, I'll do one. And I said, and no, so everyone's like, well, I guess Tony and Mercedes are going to kick this off. And I said, what type of shot? And I'm thinking like something really like an Alabama slammer, like something, and she goes, Sue Tequila. And you could hear the necks cracking as they all turn around. And even I was like, okay, we're doing this. Let's do this. Mercedes, that was you two dancing. Come on, I was videoing that. You guys dancing. I mean, she was out there. She's like, hey,
Mom,
that
And
was
I said
straight
straight up. Tequila straight up.
straight up. That was not a joke. So, hey,
Thank you.
happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day, Mercedes. Seriously.
What are you drinking there, William? What do you drink, gin or vodka?
I drink them both. This is a little Stolichnaya, but I do Tanqueray as well.
Martini, man. You've always got a martini in your hand. No, I've seen you with whiskey. You're out when you're smoking your cigars. You drink whiskey.
That's right.
Yes,
And the reason is simple. A martini, I think you're a bartender, is best cold, but whiskey at room temperature is fine.
Yes, it is. And when you're handling your enormous fucking handgun, that goddamn moose killer you pulled out, it's usually whiskey.
That was hilarious.
Well, you know what I used to kill actually with that, Kevin? Believe it or not, was a water buffalo.
Really?
You've actually killed something with that?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
What is that? A 357? What is that thing?
Now, what is that thing? It's like
Believe it or not, it's called the Magnum BFR. It stands for Big Fine Revolver. And I had one in 45-70, and I have one in 30-30. And it's got in both cases, it's a 10-inch barrel, 7.5 pound gun.
Holy
30,
shit.
30.
30.
That's a massive fucking slug.
So if you're good enough with either of those two revolvers, you can shoot out to 100 yards consistently. A little bit easier with the 30-30 than the 45-70, because the 45-70 is kind of like a rainbow trajectory.
How do you how's the fucking handle that goddamn gun, man? What the kick on the thing must be insane. How do you
7.5 pounds? You don't even feel it.
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, it's a little bit of a lie. You do it all day, you feel it, but it's 7.5 pounds, so it really absorbs the felt recoil.
Does the long barrel help with that too? The longer the barrel, is that going to help with it?
Not really, because you get a little bit of effect like this. But to be honest, if you're going to hunt with it, you usually use shooting sticks. So you have this folding shooting stick, then you put it up and bam. Yeah. It really comes in handy. As you know, sometimes I got to walk with a cane because my legs, you don't know, Miss Gallagher, both my legs are partially paralyzed. I got artificial hips and I need artificial knees because of leukemia. So the fact I can put the revolver in the sling and then cane out, and I got folding shooting sticks, makes it a little easier for me to do what I'm going to do.
Let's Tony, hang back. We're gonna bring it back on again. Let's bring Robbie back on again, because I want to talk to Robbie about the fight with Bill Long. I don't want to get Bill's opinion on it. So I want to talk about that. I want to talk about two things. I want to talk about Tony Francisco fight or Tony
Francisco's fight.
Well, before we start, let's keep it going. First off, we have Donofrio, which comes from the Egyptian saint, 5th century, Saint Onofrio, and his name means always do good. He was a Coptic saint.
Wow.
Okay, yeah.
I just thought it was a place in Italy.
There is a church in Rome, which is the Church of Onofrio, and it's a nice church.
Is there a connection between that and the Egyptian for the name, you think? Will?
Yeah, they borrowed the name. He was a hermit who lived in the desert, and he allegedly he never did any wrong acts. So, and he brought the Christianity to the East, and he was kind of a mystic, to tell you the truth. So, for some reason, that part of Italy really likes him.
This is literally the most informative Old Man Grappling Hour show we've ever had. You are always
such a wealth of knowledge. It's amazing the shit.
I'm learning.
So I wanted to bring Robbie back on so we can start talking about the Tony Ferguson Gothy fight, and we can also talk about the stoppage of the Dominic Cruz fight, because I think they are one and the same conversation. And I asked that in terms of how fighters are protected in the modern world of MMA. And I think it's very important that we talk about this because a lot of people have talked about both of those fights in the same regard. Well, if we were fighting, 10, 15 years ago, those guys would have been, they die in the ring, they fight to the death. And I think it's important to realize that, like, when we think about the overall health and safety of fighters, things like that need to change. What do you think about that? Go ahead.
I think that we play a sport and there's rules in the sport, and part of the rules is don't take 10 unanswered punches, and there is no reason to make someone go to their deathbed.
Right.
I mean, and I think that don't leave it to that. Don't get hit 11 times and not get up until the ref's already on you.
Yeah, I was honestly a little bit what's the word? I'm disappointed in Dominic Cruz's reaction to that because I have seen ridiculously bad stoppages. Not all of them though, because you got to remember the referee's job first and foremost, before anything else, before the ratings, before making the fighters happy, before making anybody happy, is the safety of the fighters. And I always err with that judgment if needed be.
Yeah,
but I was disappointed in Dominic Cruz's reaction in the fact he kind of made excuses up and this and that instead of just saying, "Hey, I fucked up. I wasn't defending myself and I got stopped because of it."
I mean, I see it from his point of view also. Like, he doesn't, he didn't know that he was getting up. Guys, stop. Sorry, my kids.
You good, buddy. It really ain't that bad. We do this is the modern world, but we deal with this shit all the time.
He didn't feel like he was in danger, but he didn't see it from the outside perspective. So, like, I get how his feelings are when he's in the cage at that moment. Yeah, I get it.
Well,
he's gonna have to watch it and make an actual educated decision on that.
I think all fighters. We talked about a little bit. That's with Tyson, and we put the Tyson meme up. Will had some good comments on that. I think that all fighters always feel like they're always still in the fight and they can win any fight and they're unbeatable and they have that feeling of invincibility. I think it's our job as coaches and officials to let them know that they're wrong and protect them from themselves.
Yeah, I agree. I think as coaches and managers for fighters, we got 3 jobs: to maximize the lifetime earnings of our fighter, to minimize the cost they pay with their body to earn that money, and to keep the fans excited enough to keep coming back. And if the fans get really mad because there was a stoppage, well, maybe then you have a rematch, and that's fine.
Yeah. Hey, listen, there's no reason. I mean, there's not like he could only fight like that. Like Tony Ferguson could only have maybe a few more fights like that, and then he's going to go downhill. It seems that's the way it goes with most fighters when they take that much punishment.
Kevin, are you the guy that really doesn't like the Ronda Rousey? Is that you?
So I didn't like Ronda Rousey.
Or somebody in our network has a beef with Ronda Rousey.
I don't have a beef with her.
I don't have a beef with her.
I don't have a beef with her. I was not. I wrote an article about that. I'm not. She's never was. I was always a fan of her ability. I was a fan of what she did inside the cage. It was what she was about outside of the cage that I took issue to.
Well, I understand that. All I can say is there's a little bit of kayfabe, there's a little bit of razzle dazzle, and like Conor McGregor, they're just lightning in a bottle regarding fan excitement. Now, and I was glad she retired. I hope she gets into professional wrestling and makes her money. But until she got her face smashed in that last fight with Holly Holmes, she really excited the fans. I was excited. You were excited. She broke some ceilings for the female athletes. She demonstrated that the female athlete could bring fans to the table to pay money. Yeah. So for that, I'm appreciative and I'm a fan.
Certain aspects of that. I agree with all those things. I think she could have done that and still been a little more sportsmanship in the
I think she had a terrible coach in her last couple fights, telling her she could beat the boxer this and all. Yeah. Jesus, I felt bad about that.
I also wrote an article about the Edmund guy. The stats on him and his losing fighters is ridiculous. Go ahead, Robbie. Sorry.
Yeah.
What was his name, that coach?
Edmund Targaryen or some shit like that. Or Targar Garger.
They were like she was training and then right after a training session drinking beer.
Yeah. Well,
like
there's a really good documentary on Netflix that honestly after I watched, and it's definitely biased. It's definitely geared towards making her look good. But I 100% I don't agree with her. I still don't give her the pass, but I have a much better appreciation for her as a person after watching that because she truly is a remarkable athlete that had become a ridiculous amount of
Would you like to hear why I don't like Ronda Rousey?
That's Sonny.
All right.
Sonny, you get the conch.
Speak, Sonny. Speak, Sonny.
It's not that I don't like Ronda Rousey. It's not that. It's just that she had this thing where she was going around doing these open practices, right? And she's rolling with these like legends of BJJ, and like they're like letting her get arm bars and shit. And like everyone's like, see, she can beat a man. And it's like, yeah, no, she can't. They're letting her do that shit. Like,
Well, there's some men that she could probably beat.
I mean, yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, like untrained for sure.
Yeah.
Did you ever see the Jiu-Jitsu Articles Time article that I did on Steve Watts? Steve Watts was an MMA fighter. He did a fight on a Native American reservation with no medical staff. He hit a double leg. There was a neck entanglement. He broke his neck in the way down. And then the freaking morons in the ring moved him and broke his neck even more. So he was a quadriplegic. And I met him after he became a quadriplegic. The Jiu-Jitsu community, unlike the fantasy, like he wasn't getting a lot of attention at that point. And I put out that article, and Ronda Rousey called him up the next day, put out a video. I mean, so she's a fighter. She's for the fighters. What can I say? All the fighters are damaged. We're all damaged. We're all morons anyway.
Yeah, there's a few moments of watching her, and again, when the documentary a few times after her fights where she would just not shake the opponent's hand, or just there's certain universal truths. I don't care how fucking much you hate the person in a pre-fight. I don't care how much bullshit goes into the hype. At the end of the fight, win or lose, you go shake that dude's hand. And
have you ever sat in a coach's chair against Frio here? He's a tough coach to sit against. He don't give no love with his face during that match.
I love one of my favorite all-time things is watching Robbie D'Onofrio coach one of his guys.
He gets fucking brutal.
There's literally nothing more entertaining because Robbie will say shit. He doesn't even I've literally heard Robbie say shit like this. Bro, he doesn't even know jiu-jitsu, bro. Right. He doesn't even know what he's doing.
There was some fight or other. The fighter, he got awarded the win, and Robbie come up to me from the other coaches chair and said, "No, you should tell the table my guy won." I said, "No, Robbie, I'm not going to do that." He goes, "Well, who the fuck are you?" I said, I'm not going to tell the guy my fighter won.
I don't remember that one. I think you're
what's your thought process on that? Why do you get so mean as a coach when you're coaching?
I have been known. No, I would not do that in every match, but when I see a guy that just wants to fucking stall or, back up the whole time, not really try to pass, or I see them, working the rule set in that way, I'll just start talking shit so they engage. Because I'll start saying that they're scared to engage. I'll be like, listen, I bet you get in on this guy. He doesn't know what the fuck to do because he don't know jiu-jitsu. He's just looked like he does. I'll say things like that. They're getting their head, and then they'll engage, and then they're careless and whatever. I
love what Robbie just said. You know how many coaches go up there and they tell the other guy the entire playbook of what their guy's going to do?
Yeah, stupid.
Yeah, Robbie's mentally destroying the opponent. I actually like that.
You should know this, Kevin, because when you had your match with Tex Johnson, fucking Arroyo was doing the same shit to Tex.
Matt's cut from that.
You know why? Matt knew that Tex Johnson has an anger problem.
A hothead, yeah, exactly.
He's a hothead. He'll engage with the coach during the match, which for sure means your head is not completely in the game, which means you got holes.
Yeah, that's coaches.
Arroyo is a particularly good corner coach. He tends to be 1 or 2 steps ahead of the opponent athlete in their execution, and he'll call that out to his man. And that's actually a rare trait, but a very valuable one as a corner.
Matt will always be like, he's going to go for this. He's going to go for that.
Yeah.
He's looking to do this. He's looking at your arm moving that way, whatever.
Just to put it in your head. Because now, even if he's not going for it, he's not going to go for it. Because
I've always liked being coached by Matt in matches. He was always.
Well, Robbie, I never enjoyed coaching against him. I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
he knows his competitors' games better than they know their games too. Like he knows every match I've ever had. He knows my game and he knows my tendencies. And the ability to tell me the small little details inside of the techniques I'm going to do. He's really on. He's one of my he's my favorite coach to have up because you're a good coach too, Robbie. You do a good job of coaching. I like having you
I was rolling in a match one time and I had this guy wrapped up in a Kimura grip and had Matt coaching me. And Matt's like, Come on, Sonny, use that old man strength and pull it out.
hey, my mom time. Okay, don't be talking about whipping nothing. I'll say one thing on that when we talk about like being mean to competitors. Like, I will do that. If I see an opportunity and I know a guy is being a dick, like stalling or doing something stupid, I will say little things. Yeah, I will say little things in order to get in his head. Now, I try my best to not be rude to another opponent because I believe in Bushido. I believe in like the glory of battle and all that shit like that. But if another fighter, another opponent sets the precedent of crossing that line, now it's game on. And I will tell you one thing. Right. I'm a lot of things. I can be a motherfucker with the best of them. Believe me. I will get inside your fucking head and I will fuck with you psychologically like you could never dream of. And I'll be a dick to you, but only if you cross that bridge first.
Dude, one time I had a guy come after me off the mat, tried to come after me and like tackle me. I was coaching one of my guys and this dude was just not engaging at all. Like my guy was sitting guard or trying to shoot and the guy was just running away the whole time. So I just laid into him like, this guy doesn't know a damn thing about jiu-jitsu. Look at him. He won't even go near you. He's literally walking away from you. Look at him run. Like I just kept going on and on.
Yeah.
And
it's true though. It's true though.
It was just too easy to do.
Yeah.
And the guy came running after me and then like everybody jumped in.
Josh Pacquiao was grappling Marcel Konkovic. And Marcel, they had several matches at this point before. Marcel gave him a little slap, and the referee tried to make a big deal of it. I said, no, we don't mind. Josh, slap him back. This ain't a ticket fight. Fucking slap him back.
Oh, yeah. I don't fuck around, dude. I'm telling you, bro. I am all about sportsmanship. I pride myself on my ability to keep my cool. But if you push that fucking line, bro, it's game.
Remember when Jeremy York smacked that dude?
That was the greatest.
That's the greatest.
We made that fucking viral
I
video.
was a lot more of a hothead back then, though.
Yeah.
Like I was just saying crazy shit all the time.
Yeah, you've come around. You're always a tough pitch to roll with, though. God damn, you're
but that time with Jeremy York, it was a guy that had already beaten me, and it was one of David Avellan's guys. I forget his name, but he was good. Remember when I got caught in that guillotine? You were with me, Kevin.
Yeah. That was at the.
That was
at a Naga or some shit like that down in Miami.
Yeah. So that guy. So Jeremy was going up against him, and I just started coaching. I shouldn't have coached the way I did. I was mean. And like David Avellan's a good guy, but Jeremy ended up like he fucking slapped Jeremy. Just trying to snap his head down. And Jeremy just stands up straight and just boom, slaps him across the face.
But this is healthy for the sport in the right dose. There should be a little of that.
It was exciting. And Jeremy won. He ended up subbing the guy.
Did you ever watch the Schultz brothers, particularly Mark Schultz, wrestle? Like they're clubbing the guy with the forearms. Boom, 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 boom.
He talks about that and pulling them down into that headlock series.
They actually had to change the rules in wrestling because of Dave Schultz. He was choking people unconscious and hitting Kimura locks.
Yeah.
So they changed the rule.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dudes, let's you guys go jump in the back real quick. I'm gonna bring Kevin and Tony back on for a second. Hang tight. We'll see what I gotta actually get going pretty soon anyway. I can't hang out.
Don't free you.
I'm gonna go. I gotta go, guys.
I love you, Robbie. Thank you very much.
How do you pronounce your name? What time?
Tell Terry it's Happy Mother's Day.
Ciao, guys.
Bring Casey in. Well, hang tight back over. Get back. Yeah, bring Casey in because these guys are cool. Casey, you there or what?
Casey,
come back out of the fucking shadows
in the dark.
Hostage, man.
I don't know what you're doing back there. You're creeping me out. I'm watching your hands.
Oh, I should turn the light on. Hold on a second. Maybe that'll help.
Tony, what's up, brother? What is that? You're fucking.
Where the fuck am I, man?
Tony plays with dolls.
It's not a doll. The bobblehead I had made in Vegas a long time ago. So who does Mercedes, back to you.
Yes. Okay.
How are you doing?
Is that better, bitches?
I'm doing
I mean,
great.
sorry, Mercedes.
Really, I really am.
It's been entirely too long, and I was actually going to come out and say, "Hey, listen." I think it was right before the whole the lockdown. I was going to say, hey, "Let's go out to lunch," and then I told Kevin, "I'm going to bring out to lunch," and then he goes, And I was like, you're right.
We were gonna come to your house and have dinner. You were gonna cook. You were.
That's
gonna
right. That's right. Yeah.
On a Saturday. Yeah. You're gonna head out tomorrow, though, man. You're gonna go out, or Tuesday. She's gonna head out and go to the store with her neighbor.
Well, yesterday, Friday, I was so tired of being blocked in this house, and I said to myself, "The shit with this," and I grabbed my keys and I ran to the car, put my mask, and I put gloves on. And I went to McDonald's and I told the girl as I pulled up, I want a milkshake and make it chocolate.
We need to go out. We need to go out again. It's been entirely too long.
I went to the window. The girl was looking at me and I said, yeah, I got my gloves on too. And I'm out the first time. And she must have freaked her out.
Speaking of going out, Tony, I want very much to have Kevin. I don't know if his old fucking creepy ass can still hang anymore.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, he's weirding me out now. But
Kevin, we're going out.
Kevin,
that's my man.
Kevin is
that's my man. Where's my man? Right there. That guy. Yeah, that guy.
We used to run fucking Tampa. I'm not even fucking around. Like, no joke. Like, between me and Kevin, like, we could get into any football game, any baseball game, any fucking hockey game, any club, walk behind the velvet ropes at any place.
Yeah, but we also get kicked out of all those. Also,
we also get kicked right the fuck out.
I like I said, Malia. Look, man, I've been kicked out of nicer places than this.
You remember we used to go to the rack? Remember that we go to the football games like every Sunday. We get fucking.
Oh, this is a good story, Eric. Kevin, this is where Kevin got hit by a car. Well, he hit the car. I'm not sure if the car hit him, but it was a long day. It was the Dolphins in Tampa Bay, and we didn't have a ride back from whatever that Raymond James Stadium thing called or whatever. So we're with Uncle Wayne, Mercedes. You know Uncle Wayne.
Wayne, love him.
Yeah, Wayne.
Oh,
And so we couldn't find our car. We're not even close to a car or anything. But there's traffic, so I'm like, we're just going to pick up anybody that's driving in their car, and they're taking us wherever we say to go. So, so we go to the rack. We kidnap these guys, Toker or whatever these two.
That's right, dude. Toker. His fucking name. We're all smoking weed in the car. His fucking name was Toker. We thought he was fucking. My name's Toker. It's like, bitch, your name ain't Toker.
I just stopped the pickup truck. I'm like, you guys are giving us these three guys, us knuckleheads, a ride.
Stop the car right in the middle of Tampa Bay Boulevard.
Stop the car right now.
We're getting in your truck.
You don't have a choice. You're giving us a ride. And I got Catbox already been in the bushes crying already for a little while. And we go to the rack and lower. So, anyways, the end of the night, he's talking about Tupac Shakur. I don't know what the hell he was talking about. Old Kevin there, and his girlfriend finally came to peel him off, the stool, and he jumps over the rail. Whatever that road is where the rack was at, it's a pretty one-way busy street. What, Swan or something like that?
Flat.
He goes, oh, there's my girlfriend. He jumps over the rail and runs across the street, and he hits a car that's moving about 30 miles an hour and shatters the windshield. And he just bounced. The car had a shattered windshield. I mean, then we just got Kevin there, just like he just bounces up. He's like,
got my girlfriend.
Where's my girlfriend? She came to pick him up to save his life. I had to call her. I'm like, pick this guy up. You got to. I don't have a leash on this guy. So
we would go to the rack every Sunday. We go to a football game every Sunday. We go to the rack, and you could just see the slow decline. They would love us, and every time they throw me out. Every fucking.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, that's a compliment. You know what I mean?
Kevin, you want to get Kevin? Don't get too crazy. No,
when they're talking to me, asking me to hey, could you do me a favor? Like the manager or David or whatever the owner, hey, your buddy over there, Kevin, is can you help me out here with him? And I'm like, yeah, I'll call his girlfriend and get him picked up or whatever. I mean, if I put him in a cab, he'll probably end up in Orlando. And then he hits the car that's going about 30, and he bounces right off. But the car's got a broken windshield, whatever. He jumps in his girlfriend's car, and away he gets whisked away, like it was like a JFK without the murder part.
Tony, you don't know me from back them days, bro. I'm a little bit. I was nuts, man. That was crazy.
I know him.
Yeah.
I remember he was driving. I think he was 16. He didn't have a driver's license.
Of course
he was
not.
Bringing his father home from fishing.
Oh God, that's right. No, Derek was driving.
Him and his Derek was the kid's name, other one, and we didn't have cell phones then, and I was worried to death. But anyway, he was driving, and this cop stops, luckily, it was our neighbor who was a police officer at the time. So he said, "Look, Kevin, stay in front of me and I'll be behind you." And Pat, this is where Kevin gets it, he was throwing fish at the officer. And people were driving by.
Bob
And I
Gallagher
said
used to
to
be crazy
myself,
too.
because they were telling me the story when they got home. And
Yeah,
Kevin, don't
he
be
got-
too hard on him, Mom. Don't be too hard on him.
He got shit canned. He got wasted out of his fucking mind. And I remember we pulled him in the gas station and we put him in the back of the truck because he was like half passed out drunk in the back of the truck. And me and Derek were in the front, and Derek had his learner's permit for that kid. My dad couldn't drive. So Derek was driving the truck and we were in the front thinking we were cool, smoking cigarettes and shit and all that other stuff like that. We pulled up in this fucking convenience store right by the house, and my dad pops up, and some guy said some shit to him, and he was like, "Fuck you!" And he picked a fish up and started throwing it at him. Like, our neighbor, who was a cop, who just happened to be there, pulls up, and I'm like, "Oh fuck!" And I'm like, "Oh sweet, it's Roger." And my dad's like, "Hey Roger, this fucking asshole gave me shit. I tried to throw him a fish, and he's like, and he fucking takes a fish and he throws it at Roger, and Roger's like, "Pat, what are you doing?"
That's where Kevin gets that.
That is hilarious.
My dad was a wild man. That's a good fucking story, man.
That is hilarious.
Well, you're
Mercedes, I need more stories about Kevin. We'll take that offline. I need that's what I maybe we should have just spent this entire episode.
I've got a whole encyclopedia on this.
Yeah, well, those are for non-Mercedes stories.
I know. We'll set the we'll what's that called? Sidebar that.
What about the night that Jeff? Remember Jeff Hicks?
The gorilla?
The gorilla, his first night of manager. So we get this new general manager. He was the AGM at that point. He wasn't a general manager yet. Cheryl.
Yeah, he was a regular guy.
He was right. So he came in. He's the new manager at the place, and he's just like clean cut, like bodybuilder, like he's got a fucking suit on and shit. Real toe the line type of guy. But he never drinks, which is weird.
Except the one night I went out with the guy. That was not exciting.
Take Bill off. I think Bill's fucking microphone's cracking.
No, that's your mom.
Whatever. Fucking. All right, so we go out with the gorilla. We used to call him. Like he's like, I don't drink, and we're like, fuck it, bro. You're coming out with us tonight, and you're getting drunk. We're having fun. We took him to the fuck casino, and we found out very quickly why he
doesn't drink.
When I tell you, this fucking dude like went off the fucking deep end, like the type of person that like they don't drink because when they get 2 sips of alcohol they turn into a complete lunatic. So we're walking around this nightclub, Floyd's, after hours at like fucking 2 o'clock in the morning, and he's in there like pulling his fucking pants down with his little fucking like leopard print fucking like tighty whities on and shit, and he's doing that little thing where you flex your quad and you make it go hard, and he's like standing there at the same time he's passing out business cards like, "Hey, come to the Palm. I just got a job at the Palm."
Are you doing the Lee Haney thigh fucking thing?
So we're trying to get him out. Remember that? We got him out the fucking door and we're leaving. And like we turned around for 1 second, and at the casino they have those little cops that are on fucking like the little like BMX bikes or whatever, like mountain bikes. I turn around and look back, and that motherfucker is sure as shit riding one of these fucking bicycles around the corner in like a suit, handing out business cards and shit. I'm like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? I'm talking to the security guard. I'm like, no, it's cool. You better get him out of here right now. I'm like, no, we're leaving right now. Like, please don't cause me problems.
I ended up that night with him. He was married, by the way, and a good husband until he had one drink in him. And so we met a couple of the opposite sex, and we're trying to find their condo. And they're like, the sun is coming up. I'm like, dude, aren't you married, man? I think you should like call it a night. He's driving, by the way, so I don't have really control it. He's a gorilla. So he's like, we can find this condo. I guess we're like in South Tampa somewhere. And it's like the sun is coming up, and lo and behold, we get to the gates of Fort McDill, or whatever it's called, McDill Air Force Base, and we got M16s pointed at us point blank at the car. And the gorilla's like, he gets out of the car, like, if you get out of the car, we're going to shoot you. And he's like, but I got to show you something. And he was only wearing those cheetah. He had his suit and a tie on the top, but waist down, he only had his leopard skin tighties on. They're like, okay, step out of the car. And they backed up about 5 steps. The gorilla gets out of the car, and he's got a suit on without the pants, and he's wearing cheetah print bikinis.
That's not even the end of the story. I won't get into Mercedes. She's gone yet? Oh, no, she's not. Okay.
No, she's right there. She's right there.
Okay, we'll stop it from there.
Mercedes, let's talk about, hey, real quick. Let's talk about your son getting high.
Oh,
Being high or
well,
getting high?
Getting high on the.
and not here. He's 40 while older, Kevin.
Wait till you eat that
41.
banana cake, Mercedes.
Old man, this is the old man grappling hour.
Old man
I
grabbing.
know.
That's funny. No,
Don't eat
that
that banana cake.
hey keeps everyone calm, mellow. I'm okay with it. But hey,
Guys, listen, I love all of you. I think we're gonna call it because it's been a good show. And
it's like 2 hours, man.
Yeah, that's about an hour.
It's a 2-hour Mercedes show.
An hour and 10. I gotta haul ass. I gotta run.
Happy Mother's Day, Mercedes.
Yeah,
William, you're
Mercedes.
awesome. Take it easy.
Mercedes, happy
Yeah,
Mother's
man, I
Day.
love you, Papa.
Love you
Stay
too.
strong, man. We're gonna fucking party.
Yeah, you too, Sonny. All right, don't even try that.
Mom, don't hang up. Don't hang up, Mom. Don't hang up. We're gonna leave you on for a second.
Wait a minute. Let me
What?
tell
Hold up.
everybody.
Go ahead, say
Thank
something.
you
Sorry. Don't hang up.
very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
thank
Mercedes.
you.
Everybody.
Don't hang up, Mama. We're gonna talk to you before
Great
we
mom.
get all these knuckleheads off. You're the star. We're gonna talk to you for a minute.
Later, guys.
Tony, I got you later too, bro.
We're gonna
All
fill
right.
it out. You and Tony, you two are like peas in a pod.
Yeah, you call me.